Hi everyone, I just saw Elliott's video. It's called Transcendent Training. Enjoyed the video a lot. Thanks, Elliott. So I'm glad you brought this thing up called Transcendent Training, where you want people to shut down their brain when you say that you're not supposed to be there when you perform certain tasks, especially athletic tasks. When athletes are in the zone, they are not thinking consciously about their movement, their muscle mechanisms and things like that. And I totally agree, but I want to elaborate just a little bit, dig a little bit deeper into the what's going on in the brain really when that happens. So I was reading a lot about this thing. It's really a phenomenon that people, psychologists have studied, have written about. It's called being in the flow, or athletes being in the zone, as Elliott said here. What happens is that you're not really, quote unquote, you are in a way shutting down your brain, but you are shutting down a very particular specific part of the brain, which is your neurocortex, which is the wrinkly part of the brain that is responsible for rational thinking. That part of the brain needs to be shut down, study says, in order to perform at your best, in order to be in the flow. Let me give you an example on the violin. Okay, when scientists put violinists under brain scans and stuff like that, they realize that when you're in the zone, you're not really thinking about it at all. It's true. You transferring your thought process from your cortex to your cerebellum. The information, once the musician learns the piece, went from here and it transferred down to here, the cerebellum, the motor cortex. So this is where your unconscious part of your brain is, So in a way, you're not really, quote unquote, shutting your brain down. You're just using a different part of your brain. You're shutting off this part, but using this part, right? But what's really interesting is that when the musicians are using this part during the performance, when they're playing unconsciously in the flow, when they're not there, if they happen to interfere with this process by thinking about it too much, but where's that finger at? I practiced there, right? If they're not sure. That's what happens to the people in the Elliott's video. They fucked up. They fucked up because this part interferes with this part. So this part has to go. Only leaving this part is where the best athletes and musicians are at. They know how to forget. They learn how to forget. That's the hardest part about mastery. So let me give you a little example. When I was first learning this passage of the Tchaikovsky's concerto, very complicated process, probably one of the hardest passages ever. And at first it took me months or long weeks to just really constantly, every note I was thinking about. Look at the music, I have to be like, where's the next note? Too high. Shift. I gotta go. Well, too high. Where's the note? Okay, it can't be off by even a millimeter. And then once I sort of, a few weeks pass, I sort of, quote unquote, learn the passage, so I can go a little faster, and now I can, tap my feet and really get the correct rhythm, play, where to play each note. I'm almost there. I'm still tapping my feet. So after maybe a few more weeks, I can, not think about it now. See, that was played unconsciously, right? I was playing with my motor cortex. Now that I can create, now that there's spaces in my neocortex, now that I can insert, emotions and images and how I can interpret it in different ways.